everyone, and welcome into Transcend Sunday. I'm yours truly, Dr. Earl B. Hall, kind of down dressed a bit today. Got on my Under Armour hoodie today. It's kind of cold and rainy today here in Milwaukee. But there are some things that I definitely want to talk about with you on today. I come every Sunday, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Sometimes I've been coming a bit early. Just because I'm still trying to work out and learn this system as it should go, but that's okay. Today, what I want to talk about is responsibility. There's a lot, especially when we're in relationships and when we're looking at how things are affecting us in our world. There are a lot of different ways that we choose to look at them. It's one of the reasons I have this upcoming event here in Milwaukee this coming Saturday, October 5th. I'll be doing a talk at the Wauwatosa Public Library here in the city of Wauwatosa, but right on the outskirts of Milwaukee. Literally, the next town over is Wauwatosa to the west. And also this week, got some big things happening. My book, you see it right behind me here, called Transcend, is actually available now. I have the big launch coming up on October 3rd, which is my 50th birthday. So I appreciate and thank everyone that has, purchased the book or is getting the book. It's available on Amazon. And once again, let me just pull it up here and let you guys see. It's called Transcend, How to Truly Connect with God and Create the Life That You Want. And one of the things, as I put this book back here, hopefully it doesn't fall. One of the things that definitely happens in our lives is that we look at the different scenarios and things that go on in our life, and we look at them as the reason for our unhappiness. We look at them as the reason that we can't get to where it is that we want to be. We look at the external forces and the external people and things and situations that go on as a reason why we have the life that we have. And that is when you really start digging into that, it is such a defeatist way of looking at things. And what you need to know is the ultimate power that you actually have over what occurs and what goes on in your life. And when you understand these things, you understand the reality that you have the power to create, and you are creating the life that you want, that you have. You've created it to this point, haven't you? You've created the exact things that are going on in your life. Because when you think about the responsibility of it, whose fault is it that whatever condition you are in, that you're in, who's ultimately responsible for that? Is it not you? Or is it the responsibility of others to do what you want them to do or to act the way that you want them to act? How much control do you have over that? How much control do you have over how someone acts or responds? Or how much control do you have over the things that other people do? And when you start to realize that there is no control in that, but the only thing that you ultimately control is yourself. And I'm going to explain why that is the ultimate power that you have, and why it controls and is the essence of everything it is that you do, and also the cause and effect of whether or not you live the life that you want, or that you become successful or not, or whatever it is that you want. It is 100% completely in your control. So many people are striving and looking, and self included, looking for answers and looking for direction and looking for purpose, looking for reason, looking for the ultimate thing in life. What am I here for? What am I here to do? What is that thing? And when you start looking at your purpose in life, and you start looking at why your life is the way that it is, when you think about something as magnificent as, let's just say, an iPhone or a cell phone. I like iPhones. So it's an incredible piece of technology that has been given to us. It's an incredible piece of technology that at this point in time in history, it's ruling our lives because of the power that it has. Whatever it is that you want to look up, whatever it is that you want to discover, whatever it is that you want to achieve, to learn about, you're holding more power in your hand than just 30 years ago the President of the United States controlled. This is how fast our technology has moved. But one of the things that has not changed, one of the things that has not been thoroughly enough researched, thoroughly enough understood, is yourself. Because this body that we live in created this. What we might consider, I'm coming to you live right now on Facebook, using an iMac that I recently just bought. And some of you are watching me on an iMac, or some of you are watching me on your cellular device, whichever it is, and have forgotten that this piece of technology was created by this piece of technology. And we strive and seem so adept at creating things that make our lives easier, that make our lives more livable, more pleasant, because you can't argue we live in the best times technologically that we've ever lived in before. This is where we live now. But are we happier because of it? Do we understand more about ourselves because of it? The technology that is around us that we so easily use now to do things that our parents, our grandparents would have never thought possible to do. But how much better do we know this piece of technology, which is the ultimate piece of technology that was ever created? Right? This is the greatest thing that has ever been manufactured on the planet. But we don't understand it. So many of us, we live our lives basically just on accident. We live our lives on accident. We think things are happening to us rather than that how we are responding to those things that are happening to us. There is nothing, and I want you to consider fully what it is I'm about to say. There is nothing in life that we experience outside of this. Nothing. You're watching me right now, or you're listening to me right now, or both in many cases. You're watching and listening to me. Where are you experiencing this? How are you experiencing this? Is it external? Is it outside of you? No. The light is reflecting off me. I have two little lights bouncing on me right now. It's reflecting back into your eyeballs, going back in, your retina and all of that. I'm actually upside down, but your mind is making me right side up, your brain. So where are you experiencing me? Am I out there or am I in here? Is it external from you or is it internal? The voice that you're hearing coming through this microphone and bouncing off, going into your eardrum and vibrating there. Are you experiencing that outside of yourself or inside? Everything that you experience in life, even the things that you touch, it's just sensation that is sending back to your brain. You're not experiencing it externally. You're experiencing it inside of yourself. Everything that you experience, every sensation, every emotion, everything is inside of yourself. So what does that mean? Because if everything is happening inside of you, then there's an ultimate control that you have over everything that you experience. Even the person that is yelling at you or cursing at you or doing things that you don't want them to do, you're experiencing it internally. Yes or no? You're experiencing it internally. So how we choose to respond is our responsibility. How we choose to react It's completely within our control. We say, well, we'll put the blame on someone. Well, I wouldn't be angry if this person didn't do that. Well, they did that 3 weeks ago. Why are you still angry about it today?
Manifesting the life you desire is your birthright. You have the power within to create the reality you want to live in. In my free 5-day challenge called Quantum Manifestation Alignment, QMA for short, you will learn the tools to transmute your past, get rid of self-limiting beliefs, and discover the power that you have within to manifest the life you deserve. Register for the free QMA 5-day challenge at www.drearlbhall.com/QMA 5-day challenge.
My husband, my wife didn't respond in the way that I think they should have responded to the gift that I gave them or the compliment that I gave them. So you've now become a slave to what people do and what people say. You've become a slave of your own creation. Of your own creation. Because now everything outside of you, you've given the responsibility of how you decide to react or respond to it, which is 100% in your control. No one else's, just yours. So an intelligent thinking being, I mean, are we slaves to our intelligence or are we liberated by it? Which is it? Because if you are controlled by something or someone else that you've given the power of your happiness, your bliss, your anger, your suffering, you've given that power away. Because you don't know that you actually control it. Would you rather be blissful or would you rather be angry? Would you rather be happy or would you rather be in depression? States of mind, right? And we look at something that is causing the anger or depression or something that is causing the happiness or the bliss as the ultimate control. But all of that occurs only within you. So do you want to be blissful or do you want to be depressed? Is your blissfulness or your depression caused by everything that's going on externally, or are you the master of this? We have not mastered this. As I said in the beginning, we've created this amazing piece of technology, so powerful, that gives us access to everything we want to know. We can talk to people around the world, around the globe. People have access to this around the world, of even watching this now. But we have not mastered ourselves. We have not understood or are not allowing ourselves to understand and see that where we are in life emotionally, professionally, everything has been caused within. Everything. Because nothing happens without. It only happens within. When you think about your ability to love or your ability to hate, where does that come from? Does it come from outside or does it come from within? And which are you choosing to occupy? Why would you put yourself in a prison of hate? Why would you put yourself in a prison of jealousy, in a prison of hating another race or another religion or another sexuality or another philosophy? These are things that we've chosen, not things that are put upon us. And we want to try and externally control things that we have no control over. Because the only thing that you ultimately control is within you, nothing more. And so the heaven or hell that you're in, it's of your own devices. No one else's. Earl, well, how can I get over, these people are doing bad things and crime and war, and you have no control over that. None. You only have control over what you allow yourself. When you think about love and your our capability to love, which is amazing and it's huge, as well as our ability to hate. It's amazing. It's huge. Where does love end? How far does your love extend? The person that you're sitting with, people that are in your home or your spouse, your children, your dog, whatever, you say that you love them. Because it's in your realm of reachability, right? You could have a mother that's across the country. Do you still love her? Is there a boundary? Is there a boundary where your love ends? No, right? If your mother's 10 miles away from you, you still love your mother. If your mother's 1,000 miles away from you, you still love your mother. Love is just love. But is that love coming from your mother or your dog or your spouse? Or is that love generated solely within you? If your mother, God forbid, died or was dead right now and you didn't know it, would you still love her? So life and death has no boundary. There's no boundary to love. What we do is we use our mother or our dog or our spouse or whatever as this key to unlock the love that is already there. That's all it is. The love is there, and that is the key, or that is the excuse, rather, that we use to express. So what is the limitation on your love? It's only the limitation that you put. The only limitation on your love is the love that you put there. So why can't we've built these walls around ourselves? We've built these self-imprisonment containers. And we have certain doors and we have certain locks that we open, that we allow certain things to be expressed from us, whether it's love or whether it's hate. But as an intelligent human being, what would you rather be, love or hate? Because you're conjuring all of these things up within yourself. Nowhere else. It's just within yourself. Because everything happens in here. Everything happens in here. Why not, instead of selectively loving? Because you already know what love feels like. You already have the capacity to love. The capacity is there. Why not tear down the wall and just be? Why not just tear down the wall and stop giving excuses to express something in you that is the most wonderful thing to express? Why do you need an excuse to love? And if the only reason that you love is because of what someone else does for you or to you or whatever, is that truly love? Because I think we all know what true love feels like. We've all experienced it in some way, shape, or form. And so we all have the capacity to do this. So instead of thinking you're hurting someone else by withholding love, which you're not, you're only hurting yourself. Science has already proven that, you can take a blood sample of someone that is fine and then make them angry or have them become angry, and take another blood sample and it's completely different. It's poison. Slowly poisoning ourselves through hate. So you hate someone and your own body is killing you. It's medically proven. There's no debate. Your own body is slowly killing you. And you think that you're hurting someone else. Hate only hurts you. Only you. I think it was Confucius that said, if you dig a grave for someone through revenge, dig 2 graves. One for them and one for yourself. Because you're killing both. Maybe one more slowly than the other. Yourself all the time more slowly than the other. Bitterness, anger, jealousy, all of these emotions are suicide. Depression and anger and all of these other things, they're the cause of so many diseases in the world. They're the cause. But because we rely so much on technology and because we rely so much on people that we think are smarter than us, we don't know how to ultimately fix the greatest piece of technology that there is, which is you. So who's responsible for your happiness? Who's responsible for your bitterness? Who's responsible for these things? It's only you. You are the creator of the world that you live in. And if you give that power away to anything or anyone else, you've given them the power to create your life. Take your power back. I love you. Thank you so much for being here with me today on this Transcend Sunday. And I hope I've said something that matters. I love you. God bless. Goodbye.